But look at their faces right now. Jigga gave me the blueprint. I've been tracing it out, never chasing the clout. I'm just embracing my route, never catchy worshiping false idols. How you flexing in the rent?
And now the starting lineup for Atlanta. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at New York, they're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And checking out Atlanta, just need to take it a game at a time.
Well, I think for New York, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
And you're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
So the New York starting five. Buckets is out there at prime time. Then it's the Prophet, and there's Money. And it's Black in at the small forward position. And for Atlanta, they've got Fresh, the natural out there with Blunt. Then it's the franchise, and it's ABC in at the 2-guard. Stolen by Jamison. That one goes. Counted. Jamison's got the opening bucket of the night here for Atlanta.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Tompkins, and they pick up 2.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
The pass to Sloan. Here's ABC. He's covered by Washington. Black grabs the board.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Stolen by Fresh. Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Here's Black. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Black grabs the board.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start. Fresh, the pass to ABC. That's tipped. Here's Blunt. 9-point game his last outing. Just 5 on the clock. And that one drops. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. From deep, here's Buckets. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. ABC. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Black. Pass to Washington. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Both sides attacking. That was good.
Here's Black, and then G with the jam.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Here's Sloan. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Blunt passes to Jamison. And the shot goes in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Black, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Off target with his 3. Outside, Jamison. Black grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Blunt. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Blunt's got his second bucket of the night.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Long. He's covered by Fresh. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's ABC. He's covered by Washington. For New York, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Here's Black. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Black's got 8 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside for Jamison. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Long passes to Black. Stolen by Fresh. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's ABC. He's covered by Washington. Good.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Especially given the height disadvantage. I love the way he created space for his shot.
Here's Long. 20-point game for him in the win again. Here's Tompkins, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Tompkins has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
As long as they maintain that same aggressiveness, they should be in solid shape to come away victorious again.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Now here's Jamison. 8 points his last outing. To the wing right side. Lawrence passes to Little. 5 on the clock. And Tompkins pulls it down. Tompkins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And G with the stuff.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Macy passes to Jamison. Kicks to Valentine. The Hawks working the ball around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Little. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
Jamison hits them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Here's Black. He's got 10. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Valentine passes to Macy. Jamison left side. And another shot, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. A different look for New York. Freaks checked in for buckets. Johnson comes in for Washington, and the franchise is subbed in for the Prophet. And stolen by Valentine. Macy passes to Lawrence. No good from outside.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Here's Black. The shot missing. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yes, out on the road, it's hard to overcome missed opportunities, even when you're playing hard.
And so here is New York, following the 3 by Atlanta. Tipped away. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Lawrence. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, that's 2 straight allowed. It's apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And here is Macy. He's coming off a 13-point game again.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Here's Black after the basket by Atlanta. The shot misses. Johnson against Mason. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Black in the post, defended by Macy. A nice shot by Black.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Now here's Little. His last outing, he had 8 points.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Black. Just 3 on the clock. Not going to go that time. Right back after this break. and going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
New York trailing. We've got Q, Little out there with Valentine. And there's the bulldozer. And it's Macy in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Lawrence passes to Valentine. Lets it go. They grab their own miss, and the jam by Valentine.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Well, that is anything but your run-of-the-mill dunk there. I mean, that is a showstopper.
Oh, that was something else.
He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Lawrence. Finished off the break. Q's got the lead up to 6 now for Atlanta.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Freak. Now here's Johnson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Assists like that have typified their effort today.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. He's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
That's good planning, and that's good execution, and that's a great look.
Here's Black. He's got 17. Nice move, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And Atlanta gets called for the foul. New York shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Atlanta making some changes. The franchise comes in for Valentine. And it's the natural in for Q. And a switcher also for New York. The Profits checked in for Johnson.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Knocked away. Here's Blunt. Sinks the triple. Blunt's got 7.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. New York shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
A different look for New York. Tompkins comes in for Tiny. And Washington subbed in for Freak. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. The pass to Fresh. And again, it's Atlanta.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time.
Black kicks to Long. Buries the long-range jumper. Long's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, Jamison. And the call will be against Primetime. That's his third foul of the game.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
Here's Jamison in the hoop for his fourth field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Here's Black. 21 points in the game. No one near him. The putback. It's rebounded by Blunt. The Hawks leading by 6. Here's Fresh.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Here's Long. That 3 off the mark. Hawk shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. ABC passes to Sloan. The tray. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
Buckets. He's checked in for New York. Here's Fresh. Puts the move on. And the layup is good. And now it's a 10-point Hawks lead.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's ABC. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Over to the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. New York trails by 8. Here's Black. And he banks in the layup. Black's got 6 in the quarter.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Now here's Fresh. He's guarded closely, and it's blocked. And he recovers it. Outside, Jamison. Here's Blunt, down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses off the left eye. For New York, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Black.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
It's Sloan, top of the key. Fresh, the pass to ABC. Pass to Blunt. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Blunt's got 10 points.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
Pass to Black. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
The 3, count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Long.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Fresh up top. He's coming off a 19-point game again. The shot's good.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Here's Black. Over Blunt. Black, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Passes it to Fresh. Outside for Jamison. And again, it's Atlanta. New York trails by 11. And there's the pass to Black. Here's Long for the three. Rebound by Jamison. And here's the fast break. Now Fresh. 10 points for him. No block shot. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Washington kicks to Black. Here's Long. No good on the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Black. 25 points in the game. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down. And just doing a much better job of getting to the line this quarter than he did in the first.
That's a foul called on the Prophet. That's his first foul. .107 left here in the second. And here is Macy. He's covered by Washington. Pass to Lawrence. Outside, Jamison. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Black kicks to Washington. Hands it from downtown. Washington's got it back down to single digits for New York.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to get.
He lobs it up. It's rebounded by New York. Tompkins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. For 3, bangs home the trifecta. 8 points for Money.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rolls up and drained the transition 3.
Macy with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes to Lawrence. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Looking at the Hawks. Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, you've got to love the work the reserves have done so far for them. The bench comes in, and they've been big, giving the starters a much-needed break. They've come in, and they've contributed.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
Whatever their game plan was defensively coming in, that needs to change. Can't let a team shoot for a percentage in the high 50s and expect to come out on top. It's on the coaches and the players to adjust.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at G in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got prime time. Buckets is out there with G. And there's money. And it's long in at the point. To the paint, Tompkins got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's ABC. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Blunt passes to ABC. Knocked loose. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. ABC's got 12.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Black. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Pass to Sloan. Here's ABC. 12 points for him.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. Out of the break.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
And G drops them both. The Hawks leading by 7. ABC passes to Jamison. Here's ABC. Down low. Here's Blunt. Drills the three-pointer. 13 points in the game.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
And they're running. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And a moment now to see some numbers for the Prophet. Second in three-point field goal percentage. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And back to your point, he's second in three-point accuracy. A lot of that has to do with mental toughness. It's just hard to force him out of his comfort zone. And he knocks down the first one. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
And the shot goes down. And that's now 10 points for Money.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Here's ABC. He's covered by Washington. ABC passes to Sloan. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Black. He's got 34. Can't hit from in close. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And yes, it's good.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with this shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Here's Long. He's covered by Fresh. Here's Long, and he drops it in from the low post. Long's got 10.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
ABC passes to Jamison. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Black, and the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. New York trails by 13. And they call an illegal screen here.
Oh, my goodness. His 5th foul. One more, and he's done for the evening.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under.
Valentine's checked in for Atlanta. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Here's ABC. He's got 17. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Valentine wide open. He fires. That one a little long.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Black. But they recover it. Here's Long. And the 3 ball is good. Long's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Now the pass to Blunt. Basket counts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Long. Now, here's Washington. Tight defense on him. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York on Sunday and then on Tuesday.
And you know for that matchup with Charlotte, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Q comes in for the natural, and it's the Bulldozer in for ABC. Jamison, no luck. New York trails by 12. Jamison on the double team, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Little, he's checked in for the Hawks. Macy comes in for Fresh. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And Smitty, we see the success and the great talent level in the WNBA. Do you ever think we're going to see a woman on an NBA roster?
Well, Kevin, that's a good question. Let's look at the history of the game. We've had 2 women drafted, Denise Long back in 1969 and Lucia Harris in 1977. I will say this, Kevin, I do believe so. I think in my era, there's one player I got a chance to watch and play against that could have played for sure was Cheryl Miller.
A nice shot by Black.
The defense fell asleep on the inbounds play and totally forgot about the perimeter jumper. The offense burned them there.
Here's Mason. He's covered by Washington. And Macy kicks to Little. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
New York trails by 11. Here's Black. The shot from the low post is good. Black's got 39.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
To the inside, Lawrence. Pass to Valentine. And Tompkins pulls it down. Tompkins has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Black kicks to Long. New York moving it around. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from buckets.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant
to pull the trigger.
To the middle, here's Lawrence, and oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Black. He's got 39. Rebounded by the Hawks. Valentine's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the inside, and it's Little finishing it off.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. New York trails by 10. Here's Long. He's got 13.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
A shot by Valentine, no good. New York shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. And he makes that one. That's now 8 points for buckets.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Macy passes to Valentine. It's deflected, out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Black. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's averaging 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
6 to shoot. They get it again. Washington passes to Black. Tries again. Launches a 3. New York with a new 14 to the left wing. Long passes to Black. And here is Washington. Sinks the three-pointer. Washington's got 13.
Yeah, that's a great shot. 3rd 3 of the game for him, 1st in this half.
Now here's Jamison. 6 points for him. No good, unable to end this run.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
That one drops. He ties it up. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. In the corner, it's Little. Pass to Lawrence. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Black for the lead. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game.